Hi, I'm Art McPherson with McPherson Financial Group.
And I'm Christian McPherson. Welcome to your March 2026 State of the Market Update. Over the past few weeks, markets have been adjusting to rising geopolitical tensions involving Iran and the broader Middle East. The primary concern for global markets is not just regional instability, but the potential for an energy supply shock. Nearly 20% of the world's oil supply moves through the Strait of Hormuz, which means even the threat of disruption can quickly push oil prices higher and inject a new risk premium into the markets. From an economic standpoint, higher oil prices can act like a tax on global growth, raising costs for businesses and consumers while also creating additional pressure on inflation.
Volatility is returning to the markets as energy shocks ripple quickly through our financial systems. When oil prices move sharply higher, equity markets often face pressure as investors reassess the global growth expectations. We are beginning to see sector rotation, with energy and utilities outperforming, while higher valuation growth sectors are facing renewed pressure. Periods like this tend to highlight concentration risk and reinforce the importance of maintaining a diversified portfolio.
At the same time, investors remain focused on inflation and the path forward for the Federal Reserve. Core inflation continues to run above the Fed's 2% target, driven largely by persistent service sector costs such as housing and wages. The recent rise in energy prices adds another layer of complexity, as higher fuel costs can push headline inflation higher in the months ahead. As a result, the Federal Reserve is likely to remain cautious, with markets expecting potential rate cuts later this year, depending on the trajectory of inflation and the strength of the labor market.
Consumer spending remains one of the strongest pillars supporting the U.S. economy currently. There are early signs of pressure as credit card delinquencies are beginning to rise and borrowing costs remain elevated. In this type of environment, investors should focus on quality companies with strong balance sheets and consistent cash flow.
Uncertainty is always present in markets. The goal isn't to avoid the volatility, it's to build a portfolio that can withstand it.
Let's discuss your strategy here at McPherson Financial Group. And as always, stay classy, Brevard County, Indian River County, and the entire Space Coast.